Alright, we're back, everyone. Gonna continue with Zilvira the AI's adventure here in Baldur's Gate. Just as a reminder, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the context rules again. So, towards the end of the last video, she started to get a little unruly, is the best way I can put it. She was just going off the hook on the questions. I think rule number 9 there, ask questions, kind of made her steer a little awkwardly. So I have made a change to that rule. Instead of as it's displayed on there, ask questions about any plot points needed to be clarified. Do not make any assumptions if something is not clear. I essentially want her to stop asking me rhetorical questions, because that's really what made her go off the rails. She kept wanting to ask how Zilvira should feel about a certain situation or a certain scenario that she's in, or a certain character. She keeps asking me how she should feel about it, and I had to keep reeling her back in and say, well, that's unknown. Stop asking me these rhetorical questions. Let's stick strictly to fact and descriptions. No more rhetorical questions. So we'll see if that little change of no more rhetorical questions about how Zilvira feels about something is going to kind of steer her a little bit better this time around. So I did already start the conversation with the AI ahead of time. I wanted to make sure that it could fully understand where we left off. So before we get started, I just asked for a summary of the adventure, and not the summary of Zilvira the character, because the first time I asked, it was giving me all the basic facts of the character that everyone already knows. So anyway, it did get everything pretty straightforward. Very high-level summary here. Woke amongst the wreckage with no memory of her past. Face an immediate threat of the tadpole and need to survive in an unfamiliar environment. Current objectives, survival and escape, which is about right. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the AI screen until I need the AI again, because this is something the AI is not going to do, which is, walking around playing the game.
Blasted door, What? Stop! Not another step or I'll... Wait. You're the one who left me to die on the ship.
Suddenly you see what she
I'm
sees,
interested in what the AI can do
feel
here.
what she feels. Anger, bitterness, a will to survive.
Ah! Did you feel that? You've got the same thing. In your head.
Okay. Yeah. So we're analyzing the options. Defensive response. I'm not going to get into the details of those. Personality, dark age influences, potential benefits of an alliance. Here's my choice. 3. Yes, I felt this before with another escapee from that ship. So the reasoning, common ground, honesty with a purpose, control the narrative. Shift the focus away from our own actions and potentially deflect some of Shadowheart's blame. Hey, all right. Oh, it's starting to narrate again. Okay, so nonetheless, she's going with option 3. Yes, I felt this before with another escapee.
If I were to guess, the things they put in our eyes... We'll need to find a healer to help us. But first, we'll need to survive the wilderness. I'd hoped there might be useful supplies through here, but no luck getting in so far.
Okay. So, luckily, wants to choose number 5, Warlock. Don't worry, that's what magic is for, and I have plenty to spare. The reasoning is establishing dominance, efficiency, and potential for control, taking charge of the situation again. Subtly influence Shadowheart to guide their interaction.
Conjure ahead. I'm going to see what's at the top of this cliff. Hopefully there's no more of these creatures along the way.
Okay, so the AI chose number 2, Drow. Quite some carnage at your feet. You have an admirable talent for violence. The reasoning is appeal to shared traits, subtle flattery, and then Dark Urge influence. The Dark Urge likely enjoys the carnage and appreciates Shadowheart's ruthlessness. This response subtly aligns Zelvira with that darker perspective.
Well, these things have been giving me plenty of practice. But I'd rather get out of here than push my luck.
Okay, so the option chosen was number 1, alliances have been made unless I could use your help. The reasoning, direct and pragmatic, potential for mutual benefit, and subtle assertion of dominance. While acknowledging the need for help, Zelvira also subtly positions herself as the leader in this potential partnership. Choice allows Zelvira to be direct and honest while still maintaining a sense of control and subtlety, influencing Shadowheart towards an alliance.
Or just company for our final moments. But you're right. Whatever lies ahead will be a little less daunting with support. You can call me Shadowheart.
Okay, so Zelvira decided on option number 3. How did you end up on the ship in the first place? The reasoning is she's trying to build trust, gathering information, subtle manipulation. And manipulation seems to be in all of her responses. So this option allows Zelvira to gather information, build rapport, and subtly manipulate the situation to her advantage, all while maintaining a friendly and cooperative facade.
That is none of your business. I suggest we concentrate on surviving.
I wonder how this response is going to go. Okay. The AI decided, or Zelvira decided, much was lost to my mind, but my name is Zelvira Zaran. Reasoning being respecting boundaries, reciprocity, yes. Offering their own name, Zelvira maintains a sense of balance. And maintaining the alliance, this choice allows Zelvira to acknowledge Shadowheart's reticence while still fostering a sense of connection and cooperation.
Lead the way.
All right, I'm going to go through the level up process now. I'm going to see what it's like. This is level 1 to 2, so it's the first level up. I want to see how the AI handles the level up. I don't know what it's going to do, but I still want to let it make the decisions. Okay, it's telling me everything. Oh, it's already telling me, given her current hex and arms of Hadar, considering the challenges she liked to face, I think the best choice for Zelvira's new spell is Hellish Rebuke. Okay, you know what? I was going to ask, but it's already deciding for me. Reasoning, defensive option, versatile use, fits her theme. Drow heritage. Okay, now we need to choose an Eldritch Invocation. Wow, words. Sticking with the Warlock. Okay. And that's fine. Benefits, I think staying focused on Warlock, develop core strengths, maintain a cohesive character arc. Okay. Alright, keeping in mind her strengths, weaknesses, and playstyle. She wants Agonizing Blast, which I like that idea. Must have for any Warlock who relies on LG. Yes, very much so. Yeah. Repelling Blast. Push enemies back with her Eldritch Blast. I'm okay with that as well. Reasoning, maximize Eldritch Blast. Control and versatility, synergy with Dark Urge. The ability to push enemies around with blasts of force fits thematically with Zilvira's aggressive tendencies and the dark urge's influence. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and level up Shadowheart here. I am going to make a change once I get to a camp for the first time. I'm going to make her a life domain because the Trickster domain cleric is just bad. Just bad all the way around.
Over here. Hurry. I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
So she chose, as you can see, easily stand back. For a display of power, efficiency, potential for alliance, looking for another option. This option allows Zilvira to be decisive, showcases her strengths, and potentially gain an ally without unnecessary risks or delays.
There. Can you see it?
Just a dumb boar. You're relieved until you see the flash of a dagger.
Okay, so it wants me to say, put it away, we don't need to fight, reasoning, avoid unnecessary conflict, maintain potential alliance, assess the situation. Option allows Zilvira to de-escalate the situation, gather more information, and maintain the possibility of an alliance with Astarion.
Don't we? I saw you on the ship. Free, scuttling about. You're in league with them, aren't you? Those tentacle... Ah!
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light, the fear.
What was that? What's going on?
Okay, so it looks like Zilvira decided to tell him it's the Mind Flayer's worm. It connected us. The reasoning, transparency, and trust, shared experience, control the narrative. Be direct, transparent, and potentially forge a connection with Astarion based on their shared experience with the Mind Flayers.
The worm. Of course. That explains things somewhat. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
So the decision here is apology accepted, because this option allows Zilvira to maintain a calm and collected demeanor while subtly furthering her own agenda. Okay.
A kindred spirit. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
Okay, on this one, it decided on tell him of your crash, your worm, and your ruined brain. The reasoning being this option allows Zilvira to be relatively honest while also strategically positioning herself as a potential ally and someone deserving of assistance. Okay. So she's trying to manipulate again. Seems to be a theme.
My. You've been busy. So, did you learn anything about these worms while wandering the ship?
This time it chose, yes, unfortunately, they'll turn us into mind flayers because this option allows Zilvira to be direct, transparent, and potentially motivate Astarion to work with her towards a solution.
Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time.
All right, this time it chose option number 2. You should travel with me. Our odds are better together. Reason this option allows Zilvira to be direct, proactive, and subtly assert her dominance while still fostering a sense of cooperation and mutual benefit. Assert her dominance. This AI is good at being subtle, let me tell you. Subtle and manipulative.
You know, I was ready to go this alone, but maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And anyone that can crash a mind flayer ship and walk away seems like a good person to know. All right. I accept. Lead on.
As he joins your side, your mind dances with thoughts of a perfect, pretty corpse.
I was going to respond to that one. I wonder what we're going to do here. I wonder if the AI is going to cause a game over right here
That
now.
thing's bound to be dangerous, even if injured. Best be careful.
Okay, it's ready.
You
I had to
approach the
describe
dying
the,
monster. This
came
is the
across.
thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion.
Oh, okay. So the AI has decided to give in to the emotion. The reason being this choice allows Zilvira to explore a new aspect of herself, potentially gain valuable information, and challenge the darker forces that influence her. It's a risky move, but Zilvira has never been one to shy away from a challenge. Okay.
The poor creature is on the brink of death, but there's still time. You'd give your life to save it, to nurse it back to health. But then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere.
So Zilvira, or the AI, has decided to make an intelligence check and concentrate on its thoughts. Reason: this choice allows Zilvira to actively seek answers and potentially gain a deeper understanding of the situation, even if it means facing unknown dangers. Again, unknown dangers. Oh boy. Okay.
Your minds fuse, lusting for something that is gone. But then its grip claws back with a vengeance, a vice locking your mind into obedience. It needs sustenance to survive, and with your very body, you can provide.
All right. Zilvira has decided to use option 1. Choice allows Zilvira to take a more proactive approach, potentially gaining valuable information or even turning the situation to her advantage. It's a risky move, but Zilvira has never been one to shy away from a challenge, especially when her freedom and her very identity are at stake.
What in the hells? Get away from that thing!
So Zilvira has decided, no, it's fine. Everything will be just fine. It's all fine. This choice allows Zilvira to continue her exploration of the connection with the Mind Flayer, potentially leading to valuable information and unexpected opportunity. It's a risky move, but Zilvira is not one to back down from a challenge, especially when there's a chance to turn the situation to her advantage. If anybody's played the game before, they know what's about to happen. Gonna go ahead and click it anyway, because the AI chose it.
Warm, wet tentacles wrap themselves around your head, and for the first time in your life, you're perfectly happy.
All right. Okay. So I had to type out that scenario and everything that happened to the AI so that it has the information of what happened.
You approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
Zilvira has decided to touch the sigil. This choice reflects Zilvira's adventurous spirit and her willingness to explore the unknown, even in the face of potential danger.
A hand? Anyone?
It has decided to fantasize about hacking off the hand. Due to curiosity and the dark urge, calculated risk, defiance, this choice allows Zilvira to explore the darker side of her nature while potentially gaining valuable information or even manipulating the situation to her advantage. Again, if anyone's played this game before.
This branch of flesh is begging to be pruned, and its sap sucked from.
My mistress' eyelids! Stop! Cease, you loon! Ah! Ah!
As soon as the dreams cross the threshold of your imagination, you snap back to realize they have all come true.
Just full of surprises, aren't you?
Joy floods through you. You were dazed on the Nautiloid, but now you are truly awake. Alive.
You look rabid, pained, sick. You're spasming and twitching. You poor thing.
Okay, for this decision, the AI decided I have almost no memory from before I woke on the Nautiloid. Reasoning, honesty and trust, strategic vulnerability, control the narrative. This option allows Zilvira to be truthful while also strategically positioning herself as someone who is vulnerable and in need of assistance.
Well, so far, my tadpole and I have been nothing but best friends. Something else is happening to you, isn't it? You have bouts of swooning and swaying, and your jaw is grinding like you're poised to chew off your tongue. Do take care of yourself.
She decided, tell me about yourself. Option allows Zilvira to gather information, build a connection, and subtly manipulate the situation to her advantage. More manipulation, all while maintaining a friendly and cooperative facade.
Oh, what's to tell? I'm a magistrate back in the city. It's all rather tedious.
Okay, presented with this option, she decided to just leave. The reason is to avoid suspicion, maintain autonomy, maintain a sense of control and autonomy while keeping her options open for future interactions and alliances.
You think it's dangerous?
Of course it's dangerous. Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad and twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them. Holy hells. Under elf.
Lay tight, Nymissa.
Okay, the AI has decided this time to go with intimidation. For avoid unnecessary conflict is the reasoning, which is strange. Assess the situation and conserve resources, which I kind of understand that side of it too. Assert her dominance, gather more information, and potentially resolve the situation peacefully.
Demaze.
Come, Nymissa. Now.
Enough gawking. Get me down.
All right, it decided on option number 1 here. Says this option allows Zilvira to offer assistance without compromising her position or appearing overly eager. Now I have to actually get her out.
Observe and listen. You'll hear goblins before you see them.
As you say.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take advantage.
Zilphira decided, and what exactly is a creche? Because it wants clarification, gather information, and maintain some control over the situation.
It is many things. A hatchery, a training grounds, a shelter.
Githyanki protocol is clear. When infected with a Gaith tadpole, we must report to Augustil for purification.
Zilphira wants to say a simple thank you wouldn't go amiss.
You may as well
She wants
suggest
to
a
challenge her
wyvern
authority.
bow to worms. The cure I offer will suffice as thanks.
Okay, so Zilphira decided, all right, we journey together, let's find this creche. This option allows Zilphira to pursue a cure for the tadpole while also potentially gaining a valuable ally and gathering more information about the world around her. Also want to note that it states Lazelle's response is typical of her blunt and dismissive nature. Zilphira, however, is not fazed.
You have made an ally from Creche Kalir. Few know such fortune. Call me Lazelle.
Fool. No point in showing a mad dog kindness. It'll still bite you in the end.
You've a sharp tongue, elf. Would that your mind proved its equal.
Half elf. I suppose the finer details are lost on a creature like you.
Come. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. We will ask this Zoru where he has seen my kin.
All right, I think I'm going to call this video here for a couple reasons. I would like to get an idea from you guys, those watching this video. I know I want to change Shadowheart to a life domain cleric. And I know I like Asterion to still be kind of like my lockpicker, but I don't care what class he is or setup I have for him. Same with Lazelle. I know I'd still like her to be a frontline fighter type, but barbarian, fighter, paladin, I mean, I really am indifferent. So I'd like to hear you guys' ideas on what do you think would kind of alter or intrigue the AI more, those two characters. Also, the AI is now, I'll go ahead and show you. I am now reaching my limit, temporary limit, for using the AI with all the responses I've been giving it. So I need to give it a pause for a little bit, let it reset itself a little bit, and kind of clear out the history of what I've been doing. And then also got to figure out how I'm going to make it maintain its memory of this playthrough. So I'll get that sorted out. So again, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you'd like me to continue doing this video series. I mean, I'm kind of enjoying seeing what the AI is going to do and which moral decisions it seems to make. So I'm pretty curious. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, pass it along. You know, I'm brand new to this. My videos are probably quite horrible, but thank you for sticking through it. And I will talk to you guys in the next one.